Your mind can be your prison or your path to power. Every weakness you've ever felt, every moment you've lost control, every time you gave in to doubt, it all started inside your mind. The Stoics believed that weakness isn't something you're born with. It's something you allow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And that truth, simple, ancient, and often ignored, is the foundation of all inner strength. Because, the real battle of life isn't against the world. It's against the thoughts that try to rule you. To destroy your weak mind is not about becoming emotionless. It's about mastering the art of perception, discipline, and control. This is the Stoic Path, the path to inner power. So, take a breath, silence the noise, and let's begin. Number 10, the trap of emotional reaction. Every weakness begins with an uncontrolled reaction. You've felt it before. That instant spark of anger when someone disrespects you. That surge of frustration when things don't go your way. It happens so fast you don't even realize it's taken control until it's too late. This is the first trap of the weak mind, reaction without awareness. The Stoics warned about this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." What does that mean? It means the event didn't hurt you. Your reaction did. Stoicism teaches that between what happens and how we respond, there is a space, and in that space lies all of our power. But the weak mind collapses that space. It reacts instantly, emotionally, blindly, without reason, without reflection. And the more you react, the less you control. Every time you explode in anger, every time you panic or overthink, you hand your power to the world. You let emotions dictate your behavior instead of reason guiding your actions. A Stoic mindset flips this completely. It trains you to slow down, to pause, to observe the emotion without becoming it. Because the mind that can pause can choose. That's where inner power begins. The ability to control your perception, your tone, your next move, no matter what's happening around you. When you stop reacting, you start mastering. You see reality clearly, without distortion, without the fog of emotion. And in that calm, you discover a strength that cannot be shaken. Not by people, not by chaos, not by circumstance. So, the next time your mind rushes to react, remember every weakness starts there, but so does every chance to rise above it. Control the reaction, and you control the mind. And once you do, you begin the true journey toward Stoic power. Number 9, mastering perception. The Stoic lens. It's not events that break you, it's your judgment of them. That single idea is the heart of Stoicism. You can't control what the world throws at you, but you can always control how you see it. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, loss, exhaustion, even plague. Yet in his meditations he wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." That's the Stoic lens, perception as protection. The weak mind looks at pain and says, "Why me?" The strong mind looks at pain and says, "How can this make me stronger?" Because everything you experience, success, failure, rejection, or loss, passes through one filter, your perception. And perception creates meaning. When you see challenge as an enemy, you suffer. When you see it as a teacher, you grow. This is where inner power begins. Not in control of the world, but in control of interpretation. Stoicism doesn't tell you to suppress emotion. It teaches you to see it clearly, to question it, to ask, is this helping me or hurting me? Every time you reframe a setback as an opportunity, you're reprogramming your mind towards strength. You're training it to seek growth instead of pity, to respond with reason instead of reaction. That's the Stoic mindset. Calm in chaos, steady in struggle, clear in confusion. Perception is the lens through which reality bends. The clearer it becomes, the less distorted life feels. So the next time something doesn't go your way, stop and ask yourself, what story am I telling right now? Because that story shapes your world. Change the story, and you change your strength. But even the clearest perception means nothing without the discipline to live it. And that's where the next Stoic key begins: the power of discipline over comfort. Number 8. Discipline over comfort. Comfort is the slowest form of self-destruction. It feels harmless. A little extra sleep, a skipped workout, another hour scrolling through your phone. But over time, comfort erodes strength the same way water wears down stone. The Stoics understood this. They believed that to build an unshakable mind, you must first learn to embrace discomfort, not avoid it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You must build up your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." In other words, discipline isn't about punishment. It's about preparation. Every time you choose discomfort voluntarily, when you train your body, challenge your thoughts, or resist an impulse, you remind your mind who's in charge. Because the weak mind seeks comfort. The Stoic mind seeks control. Stoicism teaches that true resilience isn't built in moments of peace. It's forged in the small daily choices to do what's hard when no one's watching. It's waking up early when you don't want to. It's finishing what you started, even when motivation fades. It's doing what's right, not what's easy. Each act of discipline strengthens your will, and each moment of indulgence weakens it. That's why comfort is dangerous. It whispers that you're safe while quietly making you soft. But discomfort is honest. It exposes your limits and invites you to rise above them. When you train your body and your mind to live without needing comfort, you develop something far greater: inner freedom. Freedom from laziness. Freedom from excuses. Freedom from fear. Because when comfort no longer controls you, nothing else can. So seek discomfort, choose discipline, build resilience brick by brick, choice by choice. And once you learn to master comfort, you'll be ready for the next battle, the one that lives deeper within. The battle with fear itself. Number 7. Facing fear without fleeing. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's command over it. Every human being feels fear. The Stoics did too. But what separated them from the weak-minded wasn't the lack of fear, it was their refusal to run from it. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, and loss, yet he wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it." Stop complaining. He understood that fear is a signal, not a sentence. It warns us, but it doesn't have to control us. The weak mind avoids what it fears, and in doing so becomes ruled by it. The Stoic mind faces fear head-on, not because it's fearless, but because it's disciplined. This is the essence of Stoic courage: to look at what terrifies you, to breathe, and to act anyway. Epictetus said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And he was right. Most fear exists not in the world, but in the mind. It's born from overthinking, from imagining the worst, from surrendering to stories that haven't even happened. Stoicism trains you to see fear for what it is, a shadow. And a shadow only has power when you run from it. So stop running, turn toward it. Watch how quickly it fades when confronted with calm, rational thought. Every time you face what scares you, a hard truth, a difficult choice, an uncertain future, your inner power expands, your courage strengthens. Because courage isn't loud, it doesn't roar, it whispers, "Do it anyway." That's the Stoic mindset, not to destroy fear, but to master it, to make fear a teacher, not an enemy. And when you finally learn to command fear, you'll find something deeper waiting behind it. Fear fades, but doubt remains. And the next Stoic key reveals how to silence it forever. Number 6. Silencing self-doubt. The weak mind questions its worth. The strong one proves it. Self-doubt is the quietest form of self-destruction. It doesn't shout, it whispers, telling you that you're not ready, not good enough, not capable. And the more you listen, the more you believe it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." That's the Stoic cure for doubt. Action. The Stoics didn't wait for confidence to appear. They built it through disciplined effort, through doing what needed to be done even when they didn't feel ready. Because self-doubt doesn't disappear through thinking, it disappears through doing. Every time you act despite uncertainty, you train your mind to trust itself. You teach it that fear is not fact. It's only noise. The Stoic mindset is rooted in self-respect, not arrogance, not ego, but the quiet confidence that comes from effort, consistency, and integrity. When you live according to your values, when your actions match your words, doubt loses its voice. But the weak mind wants reassurance before action. The strong mind acts and finds reassurance through results. So stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a myth. The Stoic path is built by those who move forward anyway. Each step, each small act of discipline, each decision to persist, these are proofs of worth. Not words, proof. You don't silence doubt by talking yourself up, you silence it by showing up. Because action is louder than fear. Effort is stronger than hesitation. And discipline is the only voice the mind truly respects. That is Stoicism in motion. Reflection followed by relentless action. But to act with precision, to live effectively, you must first master something deeper, your time and your attention. And that's where the next Stoic key begins. Number 5. Guarding your attention like a fortress. Attention is your most valuable asset. Protect it fiercely. In the modern world, your mind is under siege. Every notification, every distraction, every craving for instant pleasure, they all compete for one thing, your focus. And the more scattered your attention becomes, the weaker your inner power grows. The Stoics understood this long before smartphones and screens. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You become what you give your attention to." That truth hasn't changed. It's just harder to live by now. The weak mind is pulled in every direction. It reacts to noise, to gossip, to whatever demands its time in the moment. But the Stoic mind, it chooses where to look, what to absorb, and what to ignore. Focus is a form of discipline. It's how you build a fortress around your peace. Stoicism teaches that clarity begins with control. Control of thought, control of energy, control of where you place your awareness. Every moment you give to distraction is a brick removed from that fortress. When you lose focus, you lose yourself. But when you master it, everything else begins to align: your purpose, your actions, your results. Guard your attention like a warrior guards his weapon. Eliminate the trivial. Choose silence over noise, presence over stimulation, purpose over pleasure. Because whatever you feed your focus to grows. And that's the difference between a weak mind and a strong one. The weak mind consumes endlessly. The strong mind creates intentionally. So take back your attention, protect it, direct it toward what matters: your work, your growth, your peace. That's how Stoicism turns focus into armor and attention into power. But once you've built that focus, once the mind stands firm, it needs direction. Because power without purpose means nothing. And that's where the next Stoic key begins: the fire of purpose. Number 4, the fire of purpose. Without purpose, strength collapses into chaos. You can train your body, discipline your mind, and silence distractions. But without a reason why, it all burns out. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote that a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. To live without purpose, he said, is to drift, to be tossed by every emotion, every circumstance, every passing desire. The weak mind confuses movement with meaning. It works, it hustles, it achieves. But for what? Without a clear direction, even effort becomes exhaustion. The Stoics believed that true power begins with virtue, with aligning your actions to something greater than comfort or approval. Virtue isn't about being perfect. It's about being principled. It's the compass that keeps your fire steady when the world tries to extinguish it. Purpose is the flame that turns discipline into direction. It's what gives meaning to pain, clarity to confusion, and courage to fear. When life strikes hard, and it will, purpose transforms suffering into strength. It reminds you that you're not just enduring, you're becoming. Ask yourself, why do I wake up each day? If your answer is survival, you're still asleep. But if your answer is growth, creation, service, mastery, then you're awake in the Stoic sense. Marcus didn't seek comfort, he sought contribution. He didn't chase praise, he chased virtue. Because when your reason for living burns brighter than your fear of pain, nothing can stop you. So build your purpose like a fire. Feed it with integrity, discipline, and the will to serve something larger than yourself. That's how Stoicism transforms existence into excellence and chaos into clarity. But even with purpose, the world will test you. People will frustrate you, delays will challenge you, and chaos will return to your doorstep. The question is, can you stay calm in the storm? That's the next Stoic key, the art of unshakable patience. Number 3, the patience of the strong. Power without patience turns strength into suffering. A man who cannot wait destroys with his own hands what he could have built with time. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." To him, patience wasn't weakness. It was the highest form of strength, the quiet confidence that time is your ally, not your enemy. The weak mind demands results now. It rushes, it reacts, it collapses at the first delay. But the strong mind, the Stoic mind, moves with rhythm, not panic. It acts with discipline and lets time do its silent work. Patience is more than waiting. It's controlled energy. It's knowing when not to act, when to breathe, when to let things unfold instead of forcing them. Because impatience is the child of fear. The fear of losing control, of being left behind, of not being enough. But patience is the parent of mastery. When you train patience, you train your mind to see long-term. You stop chasing outcomes and start refining your actions. You begin to understand what Marcus meant when he said, "The impediment to action advances action." Every obstacle becomes a lesson in endurance. Every delay, a test of your composure. And here's the truth. The world will test your patience every single day. People will disappoint you. Results will take longer than expected. Life will not move at your pace. But the Stoic doesn't resist reality. He aligns with it. When you can wait calmly while others panic, when you can stand still while others scatter, you become untouchable. Patience is not about slowing down. It's about staying strong when time tries to break you. So endure with grace, move with intention, and let patience sharpen your strength into wisdom. Because once you master patience, only one enemy remains, the self. And that final battle is the heart of the Stoic Path. Number 2, the illusion of control. Control everything, and you'll lose yourself. This is, well, one of the hardest truths the Stoics ever taught, because, you see, the mind, especially the weak mind, craves control. It wants to shape every outcome, fix every problem, and bend the world to its will. But as Epictetus said, some things are in our control and others are not. And until you learn the difference, your life will always feel like a storm. The illusion of control is what keeps most people trapped in frustration, trying to change others, trying to control the future, trying to rewrite what's already happened. But Stoicism reminds us that peace begins where control ends. The strong mind focuses inward on what it can command, its thoughts, its actions, its character. Everything else is simply weather passing through. Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, and loss, yet he stayed calm because he understood this principle. He couldn't control the empire, the people, or the chaos, but he could control how he met it. The weak mind fights the world. The strong mind accepts reality and masters its response. When you release what's beyond your control, you gain something far more powerful: clarity. You stop wasting energy on outcomes and start investing it in presence. You stop trying to manipulate and start understanding. That's where freedom lives. Not in domination, but in detachment. So the next time you feel yourself tightening, forcing, resisting, remember this: you don't need to control the world. You only need to control yourself within it. Because in the Stoic mind, control isn't about power over life. It's about peace with it. And that peace leads to the final key, the ultimate Stoic power, inner stillness. Number 1, the calm within the chaos. True strength is stillness in motion. The Stoics called it ataraxia, a mind untouched by turmoil, a calm that no storm can shake. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire consumed by war and plague, yet he found peace not in control, but in composure. He wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." That is honestly the essence of the Stoic path, to build stillness not by escaping chaos, but by standing unshaken within it. The weak mind seeks quiet only when the world is silent. The strong mind creates quiet within the noise. Tranquility isn't a place. It's a practice, a constant returning to the present, no matter what swirls around you. It's breathing when everything says panic. It's thinking clearly when emotion screams louder. It's choosing virtue when vengeance feels easier. Stoic calm isn't cold or passive. It's focus fire. It's power restrained, energy mastered, peace earned through discipline. And when you reach that state, hardship transforms. Pain becomes training. Loss becomes perspective. Every obstacle becomes a reminder that your peace was never outside of you. It was always within. Because chaos is eternal. The world will never stop moving. But when you master stillness, you move through it like a mountain through wind, solid, steady, unbroken. That's the final lesson of the Stoic path. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to stand like the ocean floor, unmoved beneath them. So remember this: your peace is your power, your calm is your weapon, and the world can't take what it didn't give. Now, go reclaim your mind, your peace, your power. Because that's what it means to live the Stoic way. Reclaim your inner power. The Stoic path isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about mastering emotion. It's not about escaping life. It's about engaging with it consciously, deliberately, with strength and grace. Each key you've heard is a weapon of the mind. Control your reactions, shape your perception, embrace discomfort, face fear, silence doubt, protect focus, live with purpose, practice patience, release control, and find stillness. Together they form the armor of a powerful soul, calm in chaos, steady in struggle, fearless in truth. Because when you master your mind, you master your world. So don't just learn Stoicism, live it. Start now. In every breath, every challenge, every choice, become the calm within the storm. That's where true power begins.